All right, good morning, 12th class. Let us continue with our topics. Okay. These questions we have covered. Now moving over to the next concept. Yeah, 31st question. All of you please go through 31st question. For the following SQL table named passengers in the database travel, table name is passengers and database name is travel. Okay, so you have been given the records and the fields are T number, that is ticket number, name, start, end. A database name CUR is created in Python for a connection of a host which contains the database travel. Write the output for the execution of the following Python statements for the above SQL table passengers. Cursor dot execute use travel. That means we are dealing with the travel table. Okay. Cursor dot execute select star from passengers. When you are giving select star from table name, it will fetch all the records. Cursor dot fetch all function, whatever records are being extracted, they are stored in the variable RECS, and using the for loop one by one we are displaying the records from RECS. एक एक करके हम रिकॉर्ड को प्रिंट करवा रहे हैं, ठीक है. एंड प्रिंट रिकॉर्ड ऑफ वन, print record of 1. What is R of 1 means? What is R of 1? Please tell me. This is R of 0. This is R of 1, R of 2. Yes, Maulik. Unmute yourself, Maulik.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Sir, name.
Yeah, it will print all the names of all the passengers. Okay. It will print all the name of all the passengers, right? Okay. Next is write the name of any two constraints and their respective uses. You have primary key constraint, you have unique key constraint, you have default constraint, you have check constraint, you have foreign key constraint and their uses. Primary key constraint is used to uniquely identify the record within the table. There can be only one primary key, and the field which has been selected as the primary key, it cannot contain duplicate values and you cannot enter null value in that. Then second constraint is unique constraint. Unique constraint is also like the primary key constraint. No two records can have the same value. It is used to uniquely identify the tuples, but unlike the primary key, there can be multiple unique keys and it can take the null value, whereas primary key constraint cannot take the null value. Am I clear? All right. If you know other constraints, default constraint, check constraint, foreign key constraint, you can write that also. Then moving to the next question of MySQL. Yeah, this question. Now in front of you, two tables are there and you have to write output of these queries. Is the notepad window clear to, visible to everyone? All right. I just shift this window over here so that it is more visible to you clearly. Is the notepad window visible parallel to the table? Yes, +2 class, give your feedback fast. Is the notepad file visible to all? Okay. Select max balance, minimum balance from customer where gender equal to M. You have been provided with the statements, SQL queries. You are to generate the output. So first output will be maximum balance, minimum balance from customer where gender equal to male. Male gender, male gender, male gender. Okay. So salary is 15, 12, 5 and 14, 6. So maximum होगी आपकी 15,000 and minimum you have 12,500. Okay. So this is your first output. Second, select sum of amount, comma type from transaction, group by type. अब ये ऐसे प्रिंट होगा, sum of amount, then you have type. Okay. अब इसमें वो क्या कह रहा है, come to the table transaction and you have two types of type, debit and credit. दोनों कैटेगरी का जो अमाउंट बनता है उसका सम निकालना है. हर कैटेगरी में टोटल निकालना है अमाउंट का. डेबिट कैटेगरी में टोटल कितना है अमाउंट का, एंड द कैटेगरी ऑफ क्रेडिट इसमें कितना टोटल है अमाउंट का. सो व्हाट इज द टोटल ऑफ डेबिट? डेबिट इज ओनली वन एंट्री. Debit is only one entry. So the value is itself the total. Value is itself the total. Are you getting my point, what I want to say? Then what is the total of credit? 1,500 and 2,000, 3,500. This is the total of credit, right? Because why we have generated the output in this manner? Because it is group by command. ग्रुप बाय कमांड दी हुई है तो हमारा जो आउटपुट जो रिजल्ट है वो ग्रुप की फॉर्म में होगा. क्लियर टू एवरीवन दिस आउटपुट? देन इज नंबर 3, सिलेक्ट नेम कॉमा टी डेट. एक तो नेम चाहिए, देन टी डेट, then amount from customer C, transaction T, where C dot account number, customer table का account number should be equivalent to the account number field of transaction. account number यहां भी है, account number यहां भी है, दोनों का account number मैच करना चाहिए and type should be credit. दो कंडीशंस हैं. द अकाउंट नंबर ऑफ दिस टेबल शुड मैच द अकाउंट नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन टेबल एज पर दिस कमांड. देन एंड टाइप मस्ट बी क्रेडिट. सेकेंड कंडीशन इज टाइप मस्ट बी क्रेडिट. तो फर्स्ट इज दिस क्रेडिट. C5. C5 is here. C5 matches with C1. Name is Ankita. Name is Ankita. Transaction date 2019 12/31 and what is the amount? 1,500. Then another entry is this C3. C3 name is Indira and transaction date is 2020 01/01 and amount is 2,000. Okay, this is your answer. Am I clear to everyone how this answer has come? Are you clear with it? All right, so this was your MySQL question. Then this is comprehension of networking. Yeah, now this is the table question. Customer and transaction, same tables as we did in this question, but now the scenario is you have to write the SQL queries. You have to write the SQL queries for the statements. Okay, so this I'll be discussing tomorrow, right? And I am proceeding towards the networking portion now. We were doing networking part 3. That was the protocols. Is MS Word window clear to everyone? All right. So our today's lecture is protocol PPP. PPP protocol stands for point-to-point protocol. It is the type of protocol which allows the IP packets, the internet protocol packets, to be transferred over the serial lines. Okay, as in the SLIP protocol, the earlier protocol where IP packets were delivered on the dial-up lines, it transferred the packet over serial lines. Okay, so this is more fast and more appropriate, better solution as compared to the SLIP protocol. The initial working of PPP protocol, it begins with the LCP protocol, that is link control protocol. The full form is link control protocol. This protocol is used for link establishment, that is connection of the link, and testing, connection and testing. After which, after this link control protocol, the next protocol, NCP, network control protocol, it starts it working, as it is used to transport the traffic. Okay, then third protocol, IPCP, internet protocol control protocol, it begin its own working then to transfer the IP packets over the point-to-point protocol link, the link which has been established by LCP. पहले LCP link create करेगा, उसके बाद NCP जो भी ट्रैफिक है सिग्नल पे उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट करेगा, एंड लेटर this protocol IPCP, it will transfer the IP packets over the point-to-point protocol or point-to-point channel, right? Then these are the protocols which are in connection with the email that you are doing. You are sending and receiving emails. So in that connection, few protocols play their role. First is IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. This is the protocol which receives the mail on behalf of the user, okay, and store the mail in the server. Whenever user want to read the mail, this protocol will download the mail from the server. Okay, यूजर जब भी ईमेल को पढ़ना चाहता है, ईमेल को रिट्रीव करना चाहता है, this protocol will help him to download the email from the server. Then is POP3. POP3 protocol stands for Post Office Protocol 3. 3 is the version. Okay. You open the email and you download the email from internet, from your server. आपने email खोला और उसको download कर लिया. Once you download, you can access the email, you can read the email even if you are not connected to the internet, even if you are not having internet connection. आपने एक चीज download कर ली है, you can read it anytime, irrespective you have or you do not have internet connection at that moment. Clear? Got it? So this is a role of Post Office Protocol. What role POP plays? It all the emails get downloaded from the mail server to the user's computer. जितनी भी मेल्स हैं ये यूजर के कंप्यूटर में डाउनलोड करवा देता है, उसके बाद अगर इंटरनेट कनेक्शन ना भी अवेलेबल हो, यूजर कैन रीड द emails as per his convenience, as and when he get the time, right? Then is SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. You want to send mail to another user. You want to send mail to another user. This protocol will help you in transferring the mail from one person to other person. It will pick up the mail from your server and will transfer the mail to the recipient server. Okay, clear? So these are the three protocols which are in connection with the email: IMAP, POP3, SMTP. Then is wireless or mobile computing. Wireless, as you know, the simple meaning of wireless is without cables, without the use of wires. The devices, they are connected with each other without any physical wires, without physical cables. And mobile computing means maybe your smartphone, maybe your laptop, desktop, or any other device that is used to perform your operations, to perform your task, but it is not necessary that your device is always connected to the network. It is not necessary that your device is connected to the network. Okay, got it? अब वायरलेस और मोबाइल कंप्यूटिंग में डिफरेंस क्या है? When you are having wireless computing, there is a need, there is a requirement that you are connected to the network. But in the case of mobile computing, it is not necessary that every time you are connected with the network. Now the first term is GSM. You all are very much familiar with this term, Global System for Mobile. This term refers to Global System for Mobile. It was started in 1980 in Europe and is one of the most important digital cellular system. You are anywhere in the world, you are at any part of the country, you are able to use your mobile. You are having SIM card in your mobile. SIM card means a small chip that can be inserted in or taken out from your device. And due to this GSM, you are able to do voice calls, data services, roaming facilities there. Okay. So what is a SIM basically? SIM stands for Subscriber Identification Module. The full form of SIM is Subscriber Identification Module. एक छोटा सा chip, a removable chip that can be inserted in or out from the device. Okay, and the technology that helps you to make the audio and the voice calls or the data services. You can access internet anywhere you are, but condition is in whichever part you are, that area must support the GSM. Okay, वहां पे GSM available हो. ठीक है? Then is TDMA. अब TDMA क्या होता है? टाइम डिवीजन मल्टीपल एक्सेस. जो रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी है उसको अलग अलग टाइम स्लॉट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है. The radio frequency is divided into smaller amount of slots, जिसे आप partitioning कहते हो. And the slots are allotted to the multiple calls. Right? So at one time, simultaneous calls can be done. Right? Multitasking जिसको आप कहते हो. Several operations can be done at the same time using the multiple time slots. हर एक चैनल को, हर एक सिग्नल को एक टाइम स्लॉट दिया जाता है. राइट? CDMA, code division multiple access. CDMA is different from TDMA. TDMA, as I told you, the radio frequency is divided into smaller time slots and divided among the calls. But here, no such division is being done. Rather, the full time is available. Spread spectrum technique use की जाती है. Under the spread spectrum technique, full spectrum, full time is given to the calls. और ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर लिमिट या कोई रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है कि इसके इतना टाइम स्लॉट इस यूजर को मिलेगा, इतना टाइम स्लॉट इस यूजर को मिलेगा. Full time is utilized so that at one time more users can share the network, more users can make the calls, and more user can communicate at the same time of network, right? But CDMA, it was used by 2G and 3G wireless communication. और frequency range क्या है? 800 megahertz to 1.9 gigahertz, right? Then is WLL, wireless in a local loop. In the older times, in the older days, when landline phones were there, the landline phones were connected via cables, and that cable was in turn connected with the telephone exchange. आपके घरों के बाहर बहुत लंबी तारें इंस्टॉल कर दी जाती थी, and the connection was sent to the telephone exchange, right? And copper wires were used for providing the connection, right? But in the wireless local loop, instead of having this connection of the cables, instead of having connection with the copper wire, radio signals are used. Radio signals are used. Okay? अब इसका बेनिफिट क्या है? एक तो प्रोसेस चीप है, फास्ट है, no need to do any digging in the ground, no need to put long wires and connect them with the exchange, right? Due to the fast speed, due to the ease of the work, this technology was preferred in order to avoid the problems that were coming due to copper wire in the traditional telephone system. Okay, clear? Then second was, due to the use of copper wire and the long cables, chances of fault were there. बहुत तरह की fault occur होती थी, disturbance होती थी, बहुत सारी problems आती थी. But due to the use of the radio frequency and the radio signals, the chances of faults have reduced as compared to the traditional type of telephone system, right? Then is GPRS, General Packet Radio Service. With the help of this technology, General Packet Radio Service, GPRL, you are able to access internet, you are able to send and receive emails, you are able to chat, you are able to play games online, you are able to listen songs online, you are able to watch movies online. Okay? As in this technology, small amount of packets called the data packets, they are transferred between the device and the ISP, that is your internet connection server. Okay? Now these are some of the technologies, already you are familiar with them. 1G. 1G stands for first generation system, first generation network. It was the first network that uses analog cellular system. Analog signals are supported by telephone line. Our system support digital signals, that is language of 0 and 1. It was started in the year 1980, and this system was only and only available for the voice calls. You cannot use any internet service over here. No security was provided, and the speed was just 2.4 kilobits per second. Very, very less speed. और आप सिर्फ वॉइस कॉल कर सकते थे और कोई एडवांस या एक्स्ट्रा फीचर अवेलेबल नहीं था. देन कम्स 2G. 2G means second generation network. 1G was analog cellular system. 2G is digital cellular system. 1G was launched in 1980. 2G was launched in 1990. The quality was better than 1G. And since 1G does not provide any data security, proper security was provided in 2G. Sound quality was better in 2G. Moreover, 2G supports circuit switching technique. Circuit switching, I have already told you. Firstly, the connection was built, then the data packets were sent. Data speed of the first generation was 2.4 kbps, but the data speed rises to 64 kbps. Okay, and it also provides the services of SMS. 1G में क्या था, सिर्फ वॉइस कॉल्स हो सकती थी, आप सिर्फ कॉल कर सकते थे, आप SMS नहीं भेज सकते थे. But in 2G, the facility of SMS was also provided. Okay, what is SMS? Being a 12th class child, how can you define SMS? Yes, please. Who will define SMS? Yes, 12th class, please tell me. What do you mean by SMS? Yes, Bhavneet.
Yes, sir.
What is SMS?
Sir, short messages sent to other person.
Yeah, short message service, short textual messages that you can exchange between each other via smartphone. Okay. Then is the next version of 2G, 2.5G, 5G, 2.5G, the next advanced version of 2G. Now in 2.5G, wireless technology was used, which has GPRS feature. It was a version between 2G and 3G. 2G or 3G की बीच वाली stage. In 2G, circuit switching technique was used, but in 2.5G, packet switching technique was used. Data speed was 64 kbps in 2G. Data speed rises up till 115 kbps in 2.5G. Okay. 2G was having SMS service. 2.5G supports MMS service, multimedia messaging service. Then is 3G. 3G stands for third generation, the wireless mobile technology without the use of wires. It is the upgraded version of 2G and 2.5G, launched in the year 1998, and the data transfer speed was higher than 2 megabits per second, much more than 1G, 2G and 2.5G. Just I told you 3G is the combination of upgraded version of 2.5 and 2.5G. Now, what all facilities were provided in the case of 3G? Multimedia facilities. You can play games, you can watch movies, you can listen the songs, you can access internet. Okay, so all these were the features available in 3G. Then the most important feature was video calls. 2G में आप वीडियो कॉल नहीं कर सकते थे. 3G offers you the facility of the video call. Okay. Okay. Anybody can tell me what is video call? If any layman asks you what is the use of video call, how you will help that layman? How you will explain him the meaning of video call? Yes, anyone, please. Hurry up, be fast. Share your views. How can you help a person in knowing what you are typing or what you are calling. What is video call? Yes, Tanisha. एक लेमैन को कैसे समझाओगे कि वीडियो कॉल क्या होती है?
Sir, face-to-face conversation.
Okay, yeah, face to face conversation with any person online. But if you want to do video call, you need to have connection also. Okay, then 4G. जैसे जैसे जनरेशन बढ़ती जाएगी, स्पीड और फीचर्स और बढ़ते जाएंगे. Now 4th generation, it stands for 4th generation, very high speed, fast internet as compared to 3G. It can be run anywhere, anytime. You can be in any part of the country. You can access 4G network. Okay, global mobility support. It is globally available everywhere. ऐसा नहीं है कि 4G नेटवर्क यहां चल रहा है, अगले एरिया में नहीं चलेगा. It is available everywhere. And maximum upload rate is 500 megabits per second. And download rate is 1 gigabits per second. And security is provided much more as compared to 2G and 3G. Then high definition videos, streaming of videos and audios, gaming services, right? Use of internet at very high speed as compared to 3G. Clear? Then is 5th generation, उससे भी ज्यादा fast, but abhi it is still under development. Okay, very high speed, 100 times faster as compared to 4G. Very high definition, very high resolution videos can be seen here. It uses the concept of robotics, right? And frequency is very high as compared to the 4G. Super high frequency airwaves are used. Very high speed, high capacity frequency waves, that is the airwaves were used. Clear? Upload rate is 1.25 Gbps. Download rate is 2.5 Gbps. Clear? Now, there is one special full form that is called MAGIC. 4G is also known as MAGIC. 4G is also known as MAGIC. Now, what is the full form of MAGIC? MAGIC means mobile multimedia anywhere, global mobility solutions over integrated wireless and customized services. I repeat once again, mobile multimedia anywhere, global mobility solutions over integrated wireless and customized services. Clear? So 4G का एक और नाम भी है, that is MAGIC. Now processors, basically CPU को ही processor कहा जाता है. Now what is CPU? It receives the command, makes the instant calculations and send the signal through device. डाटा इनपुट किया, डाटा रिसीव किया, डाटा प्रोसेस किया, फिर डाटा को डिस्प्ले करवाने के लिए मॉनिटर पे भेजना. ये सारा कंट्रोल, सारा कोऑर्डिनेटशिप ये किसके हाथ में है? ये सीपीयू के हाथ में. दैट इज व्हाई सीपीयू इज कॉल्ड ब्रेन ऑफ द कंप्यूटर. देन इज कॉल्ड जीपीयू, ग्राफिक्स प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट. व्हाट इज graphics processing unit? It is used to help or assist the CPU by handling various graphical effects of the games. आप कोई गेम खेलते हो, कितने ज्यादा graphical effects आते हैं? Those graphical effects are possible due to this unit called graphics processing unit. Am I clear to everyone? Then is camera ISP, camera image signal processor, right? आप अपने स्मार्टफोन से जब फोटो खींचते हो कितना टाइम लगता है? Yes, please. Anyone can tell how much time it takes to click the photograph from your smartphone? Yes, share your ideas. Anyone? आप इतने सेल्फीज लेते हो, कुछ तो पता ही होगा. Yes, Maulik, you tell.
Yes, sir.
बताइए. Benefit of cameras.
Seconds.
Very few seconds. Okay, just in 1 second you can click the photograph. Hardly take 1 or 2 seconds to click, and then you can do so much of editing in that. Once you take photograph from your smartphone, you can set, you can make so many settings to your photograph, so many changes you can do, right? All right.